Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Shifts and Pucks News Pack for Friday, April 1st. You can, of course, follow us on Twitter at Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com Shifts and Pucks. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. As we assure you, we will not take 45 minutes to get to the actual news. We're going to get it right to the top. Like FIFA. If you missed it today, of course, Canada is where the World Cup of Soccer is in Group F, playing Croatia, Belgium, and Morocco. And that gets underway in November, but we'll worry about that later. We'll focus on the news now, and a quick reminder about the news of the our contest involving the Pig and Duke contest. Of course, a Pig and Duke contest, as you have an opportunity to win tickets to the Vancouver Canucks Calgary Flames game on April the 23rd. Tickets to the game, limo to the game, with Sean, possibly Chris. Chris has moved to Kelowna and Devon. So, opportunity, how you enter that is by messaging us the word of the week, as well as entering by retweeting any of our pod clips, podcasts, news packs, and things that we send out. We're closing in on announcing the winner. That should be next week, so keep an eye out for that as well. Let's start with the Calgary Flames, as, of course, it was a practice day for the Flames here, and we had a bit of a interesting practice today. Of course, coming off that 3-2 shootout loss to the Los Angeles Kings yesterday, preparing for the St. Louis Blues tomorrow. Eric Gudbranson and Blake Coleman got into a shoving match, according to Christian Anderson. Coleman fell to the ground. Gudbranson broke his stick. The two share words. It was a high-intensity practice. Daryl Sutter was asked about that. He said it's good. It's a contact sport. Those two guys that were banging each other around, those are two bangers, right? We need some of them guys that are pillow fighting to do a little bit of that. So, bit of a more of a shot. He was also asked if he got into any practice battles back in the day. And he said probably these practices are easy compared to what we did back then. Not probably, it was. Guys couldn't wait to do it. So an interesting comment there from Daryl Sutter. By the way, no Oliver Shillington or Sean Monahan today at practice. Shillington left the game yesterday. He banged his head into the boards. Monahan, not too sure what's going on there. No word as of yet. But so something to keep an eye on. The Flames finish up their homestand against St. Louis Blues. Then they hit the road for 4 next week. Los Angeles, Anaheim, Seattle, or San Jose and Seattle. And it's probably about time for the Flames to go on the road. They haven't been on a extended road trip for quite some time, the way that the schedule has worked out. So it's probably good for them to do some bonding down the West Coast for them as well. As far as the Vancouver Canucks go, no practice today, day off today. Their next game is on Sunday, a first of 3 against the Vegas Golden Knights. 3 of their next 5 games is against the Vegas Golden Knights. They currently sit behind the 6 points behind the Dallas Stars. The Stars have 3 games in hand. And the Vegas Golden Knights come into their game today, winning 3 in a row. We'll touch on the games here in a bit. But it's kind of course, the Dallas Stars are really holding the cards, but the cards at this point, the Canucks, though, have to win to give themselves that shot. We'll now get to the 3 stars of the month here. Roman Josi was the first star of the month here. He did something only Bobby Orr and Paul Coffey have done in terms of points. He had 28 points this month. Bobby Orr in March of 71 had 31, and Paul Coffey back in December of 1985 had 29 points in a month. Roman Josi had 28. He was plus 14 in 14 games, as the Predators went 9-5. So Roman Josi is the number 1 star of the month. Johnny Gaudreau is the second star of the month. 11 goals, 15 assists, 26 points in 16 outings. Of course, the 5-assist game against the Edmonton Oilers helped that as well. He had 7 multi-point performances, including that 5 career 5-assist outing against the Oilers. Second straight month that a Calgary Flame got the second star of the month. Jacob Markstrom did that last month in February. Third star, Sergey Bobrowsky of the Florida Panthers. He had a flawless month. 7-0, 2.13 goals against average, 924 save percentage. As the Panthers are starting to increase their lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Boston Bruins to try to lock down first place in the Atlantic as we close out the regular season. So the stars again, Roman Josi, Johnny Gaudreau, and Sergey Bobrovsky. Cole Caulfield was named the NHL Rookie of the Month this month. He had led all rookies 7 goals, 15 points, 3 power play goals, 5 power play assists, 8 power play points. Edged out Rem Pitlick, Trevor Zegras, Michael Bunting, Jeremy Swayman, and Logan Thompson were also nominated. So Cole Caulfield leading the way. He certainly has thrived under head coach Martin St. Louis and the Montreal Canadiens there. And Keith Yandle, the Ironman streak, that could end by Saturday. The Flyers play the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Keith Yandle may not be in that lineup. The Yandle missed practice yesterday, and after dealing with an illness. Mike Yo says we haven't made a decision on the lineup yet. Yandle, of course, passed Doug Jarvis and became the NHL Ironman, playing his 965th consecutive game on January the 25th. So in terms of the games today, we have a total of 7 games. We've got the Nashville Predators taking on the Buffalo Sabres. The Predators are holding down that wild card spot at this particular point, but it's been a back and forth affair with the Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues in the Central Division. And the Predators are 1 point behind the Blues, 39, 24, and 4. The Sabres are going to be, this is a night for Rick Jeanneret. Of course, he has been the play-by-play voice of the Buffalo Sabres for the last 50 years. He is retiring this year officially. Last Friday against the Washington Capitals, it was him and Harry Neal that were manning the booth with Rob Ray down between the benches. So they are going to continue to honor Rick Jeanneret for that. That will be that game. We've also got the Chicago Blackhawks fresh off trading Brandon Hagel to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Those two teams will hook up the first time since that trade. The Lightning are sitting in third place in the Atlantic Division with 90 points. They have won 3 in a row. We've got the New York Islanders and the New York Rangers. It's Battle of New York. Of course, the Islanders have won a place spoiler on the second place New York Rangers, who've won 4 in a row in 8 of their last 10 at 93 points. The Islanders 15 points out of a playoff spot. The Ottawa Senators are taking on the Detroit Red Wings. The St. Louis Blues are taking on the Edmonton Oilers. That's ahead of playing against Calgary and play against the Oilers tonight. And that's a significant game for both of these teams as well. The Blues, of course, are sitting in third place at 83 points in the Central. The Oilers sitting in third place with 81 points in the Pacific. So not only to want to be in that division, of course, to hold a stronger standing within that wild card position. It looks like you hear, and they've got the Oilers have a 3-point lead against the Vegas Golden Knights as well. So Oilers will want to lock that down as well. Both teams have won 2 in a row. The Blues coming off that win over the Vancouver Canucks on Wednesday. The Vegas Golden Knights shut out Seattle on Wednesday. They'll be looking to defeat Seattle again. They've won 3 in a row as Logan Thompson got his first shutout of his career against the Kraken Wednesday. The Golden Knights are 1 point behind the Dallas Stars, but again, a reminder that the Stars have 3 games in hand, but the Golden Knights have won 3 in a row. And the Anaheim Ducks have lost 11 in a row, and they're playing the Arizona Coyotes tonight in action. WHL news, Red Deer Rebels forward Ben King is the player of the month. He led all WHL skaters with 6 goals and 17 assists during the month of March. He is now second among points with 95 points, 47 goals, and 48 assists. The Vernon product had a point in each of his 11 appearances last month. And The goalie of the month is Dylan Garand of the, Daniel Hauser had a 11-0 record and 4 shutouts for the month of March from the Winnipeg Ice. He is the goalie of the month. As far as WHL action goes, busy night as Fridays typically are. We've got the Medicine Hat Tigers taking on the Lethbridge Hurricanes. We've got the Winnipeg Ice taking on the Regina Pats. Saskatoon Blades taking on the Prince Albert Raiders. Got that all wrong there. Make sure I got that. The Brandon Wheat Kings taking on the Prince Albert Raiders. The Moose Jaw Warriors are taking on the Saskatoon Blades. The Calgary Hitmen are off to Swift Current to take on the Broncos. Spokane Chiefs are taking on the Kamloops Blazers. The Portland Winterhawks take on the Everett Silvertips. The Prince George Cougars take on the Kamloops the Kelowna Rockets, and the Tri-City Americans taking on the Seattle Thunderbirds. Also, in BCHL, playoffs are starting here as well. Wanted to give them a quick shutout as a significant upset has happened. The Trail Smoke Eaters beat the number 1 ranked Penticton Bees yesterday's quarterfinal here, as that started things off there, and of course that's also Matthew Wood of the Victoria Grizzlies is making a headlines here as a 16-year-old. So we keep an eye out for the playoffs, BCEHL playoffs here. We've got several games tonight to watch out for there going on, as Victoria taking on Langley. Vernon is taking on the West Kelowna Warriors. We've got the Cranbrook and Prince George, Trail Penticton, Surrey against Nanaimo, Coquitlam against Chilliwack, as well as finally we've got one more game here. Let me just look. Sorry, I was just clicking here. Wanted to make sure. Cowichan Valley taking on Alberni Valley. And the U17 BCEHL finals are this weekend as well. It's the Northeast Chiefs and Northwest Hawks that start their best of 3 series again tonight. And that is that will be at Planet Ice Coquitlam and here. Both of those teams are coming off best of 3 series wins. Northeast Chiefs knocked off the Okanagan Rockets last week 4-2. Northwest Hawks beat the Fraser Valley Thunderbirds in a 3-game set as well. So that will be there. Check that out if you're around as well. So wanted to give those leagues a shout out for hockey this week. So that is the news for today, Friday, April 1st. You can follow us all individually on Twitter. Sean is Beardy Canuck 03, Devin Gordhow 09, Tyler TNOBLE, Christian Schneids SCHNEIDZ. I am KEVOLE on Twitter, Shifts and Pucks Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. Thanks everyone for watching and listening, and we'll talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.